back to my channel. So as you've seen from the previous pictures, this week has been a little rough for me. It has been 12 years since my father has passed away, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him or miss him or just wish he was here so I could hear his voice. Today I wanted to talk about something that I've recently discovered that's really been beneficial and pretty much life-changing for me. And when I say recently, I'm talking about like just recently, like this week. I finally and luckily discovered meditation. Meditation is something I've always heard of, and it was like, ugh, that's not for me. It's like, sitting in a room down by yourself, and I'm like, I can't focus. I can't focus for that long. And to be honest, my mind does still wander, but it's totally okay, because in the beginning stages when you're starting to meditate, your mind does wander, and you just have to realign your focus and your energy and just bring it back. So it's totally okay. But what I wanted to talk about is how it has helped me in dealing with the loss of my father. Now, there are people who may say it's been 12 years, there's no way it could still be that hard. And of course, as time goes on, it does get a little bit easier, but the pain still lingers, and there's so many things that happen in a year, and when a year rolls around to an anniversary of his death, there are just so many things that I wish I could share with him and tell him and like gossip about. And it's really hard dealing with any type of loss. So no matter how many years goes by, the pain still resides there. And I think it's really important for us to figure out ways how we can cope with that, because a lot of the time we push our feelings down and we're busy, so we try to get on with our life and we feel like we don't have time to grieve. We don't have time to really just sit with ourselves and be intimate with ourselves and let our emotions run through our body, acknowledge them, and let them go. So through meditation, this has allowed me to do that. So I definitely think meditation can help with, dealing with grief and loss, dealing with anger, dealing with anxiety for sure. And there's a bunch of meditations that I've been doing. And like I brought up before, I am currently reading this book by Gabby Bernstein, and I will go ahead and link this book in the description box. Oh, if you want to check it out and purchase it, you can. It's been like literally so eye-opening and life-changing for me. And in the book, she talks about meditation and the benefits of it, and she gives you access to her guided meditations. So there are guided meditations, and then there are other meditations. I think guided meditations are definitely great to start with because you have someone in the audio guiding you through the entire meditation, from imagery to feelings to it's kind of just instructional, so you don't feel like you're left out there in the dark. A few days ago, I did do a guided meditation through the book about turning over our fears, the things we carry throughout the day that's weighing us down, that we are so worried about, that we are so scared of. And I think everyone has that, whether it is at the surface or whether it is deep down inside of us. We carry this fear and this worry. And in the meditation, I was able to literally turn it over to God or to the universe or to whatever you believe. It is important to have a belief in a higher power other than yourself for this meditation. So whether, like I said, it's the universe, it's God, it's angels, it's spiritual guides, whatever it is, you turn that over to them and you are able to just live freely. Like I said, it sounds easier said than done, but I promise you, it's like a weight has been lifted once you do it. So definitely try meditation if you have not. There's ones that are like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Like, you don't have to spend a half hour meditating. Yesterday, what I did is because of during the week I was reading the book and I was doing some guided meditations, I made a promise to myself that I would wake up early every morning and commit myself to like 10 minutes of just meditation, longer if I can. But I wanted to get up before my son, before anyone is up in my household. During the week, obviously my husband's already gone, but even including weekends, I do want to get up early, get a head start, do some reading, do meditation to start my day, just so I have me time. So yesterday was the first day that I got up on my own and was like, let's do this. and it just so happened to be my father's anniversary. I was gonna do a guided meditation, and I was like, you know what? Let me just meditate. And let me just see where this takes me. So I do have some meditation music that I do use, and I will also put that in the description box as well, and you can feel free to download that. Again, I got this from Gabrielle Bernstein, and I did some research myself. So I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm itchy right here. I'm gonna get red. Okay, so I woke up, I sat down on the floor. I did turn on the heat because it was like freezing in here. I made sure it was just like a comfortable atmosphere, no TV, no nothing. I had my phone, but I turned it on the meditation music that I did. And I literally just sat there. And the focus and the intention of my meditation was to just acknowledge my feelings today, like of what this day means to me. When I first met my husband, well, not met him, but when we first started dating about 8 years ago, he'll tell you, like, every time this day rolled around, I was very shut off. And I think as we've, we've had kids, well, we've had a child, and we got married, and like our lives have just been so busy, I've been able to keep myself busy and occupied without thinking about it and being sad and just living in the space of this is my father's anniversary. And something about it I felt wasn't healthy. I felt like I wasn't acknowledging my feelings, or I wasn't allowing myself to be, to bereave. And I was like, it's okay for me to feel that way. It's okay for me to cry. And I'm like, I haven't cried about it in so long. Deep down, I know that I miss him. I miss him, and I want to cry, and I want to call out to him, but I feel like I can't. I have to be put together. I have to do this for my son. I have to do this for my husband. And it's just been so much. So I wanted to use this opportunity to be connected tremendously with my emotions. So I put on the meditation music, and I let the music start. And in this moment, I was like, I just want to be one with myself. I want to acknowledge every single emotion that I'm feeling. Allow me to feel it however long it takes me. Let that emotion go through me and let it pass. And guys, when I allowed myself, and that sounds crazy, but we don't allow ourselves to feel sometimes. When I allowed myself to feel that, I ugly cried. Okay, I broke down and I ugly cried, but it felt so good because I felt like I hadn't been able to do that in such a long time. And, I cried for like 15 minutes, but it was great. Like, even I had imagery in my head of what the emotion looked like going through my body, and I let it go through. I let it sit there, and I let it pass. And when I ended the meditation, I felt so relieved and just so free of what I would have been carrying around all day. I would have been carrying around this weight of this, of this loss that I feel, but that I don't want to express to anyone, or I don't want to let anyone know that I'm feeling. And it was great. It was so amazing. And I was able to just shift my energy into a positive, and like, let's use this day as something exciting, and think back of all the memories I have of my dad and look at old pictures. And it's because when I woke up in the morning, I allowed myself to feel those sad and deep feelings that I had, and I let them move through me, and I let them pass, and I was able to move on. And I think if we acknowledge our feelings more and allow ourselves to be in that space to feel them, we can move on from them. It's when we don't acknowledge them and don't live in those emotions that they stay with us because we don't deal with them. And that causes anger, it causes anxiety, it causes all of these built up emotions because we don't let them out. And a lot of people say, and it's very true, that when we are so closed off and shut off to the world, and we keep everything inside, it builds up, and then we're late into our 40s or 50s, and we have all these emotional problems because we have not been able to open up and share them with anyone. And what's good about meditation is that you're able to sit with yourself. Be one with yourself. We don't do that. Sit in silence. Have, subtle meditation music on, and just be. We don't let ourselves be. And I think it's so important to just be. I'm not a master in meditation. Like I told you, I've literally just started this week. I'm sure there's a bunch of things I don't know about, but there's no wrong way to do it. It's literally just sitting with yourself. And if you need help, I'm sure there's a bunch of guided meditations on YouTube. You can look that up. I definitely want to get into meditation more, so I definitely want to keep reading up on it, learning about it. And I'm definitely challenging myself to do that. And I'm still challenging myself to wake up every single morning to do meditation. You know, this morning I woke up and did it for about 10 minutes and it was great. And you don't have to have an intention every morning. You know, you just, if you want to just shift your focus and start your day on a positive note, do that. You know, think of when you're meditating, think of all the things that you're grateful for. Think of all the things that are going right instead of all the things that are going wrong. And if we start our day on a positive note, our day can be positive. And of course, bad things are going to happen, but if we just shift our mindset and come at it with a different perspective, you know, it could definitely be different and much more beneficial for us. So again, this is the book that I'm reading. It is called The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby Bernstein. And just guys, she is just, like I love her. She is amazing. Just the way she puts things in her books, it's easy for you guys to understand, to apply it to your life. There's a bunch of exercises in here that you can go ahead and like journal and literally apply it to your life every single day, so it doesn't just feel like you're reading something and you have to remember. And she does give you access to a bunch of her meditations, which is really great. And like I said, I'm going to link this in the description box. I will also link the meditation music that I've been using. I will link that in the description box. And please, if you are someone who meditates a lot, please comment below. Let me know what your practices are, what you find amazing about meditation. Maybe some things you can let me know to start off with. And if you are super brand new to meditation and you want to try it, I definitely recommend you guys try it. Like I said, I will put all of my information that I've used and that I've discovered in the description box so you can check it out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope this has maybe inspired you to try meditation. And if not, that's okay, but just learn to spend some time with yourself and be okay to feel. Be okay to let your emotions of whatever you're dealing with, let those emotions sit with you, run through you, and let it pass so you can officially move on. It's definitely very important. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.